Hey y'all, it's Kim from Kim Dixon Creative. I'm here today with another project for Oh So Inspired. We do this once a month on the 20th of the month. There's a little group of crafty friends that get together and we create a project based on an inspiration piece. And you're seeing the inspiration piece on the screen now. This inspiration piece comes from a lady named Terry Walker. She's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and her Instagram is Nuts About Stamping. And I will leave a link to her Instagram as well as a link to her to the demonstration where she shows how to make this card. Now, as usual, I don't veer too far away from her inspiration piece. I am basically making the same style card that she's making. I'm going to use some papers from my stash that you see here on my screen, and I'm going to make a masculine card. Something that I don't do often. I like the girly pinks and, pretty flowers and things like that, but, you do need those occasional masculine cards. So I have some papers on my screen that I'm using, and I would tell you that I'm going to link them in the description box below, but I doubt seriously that I can even find them. They have been in my stash for a very long time. And that's one thing that I'm trying to work on this year is to use up what I have and not buy so much. So let's get into making the card. I have papers that are 6x8, and I'm just cutting strips of 1/2 inch wide little strips of my paper. And I end up having way too many, so I'll probably go back when I have a few minutes and make another card. But it's very simple, cutting them, 1/2 inch strips. And then these are double-sided papers, so I will end up using both sides just to have some variation. Now I'm going to cut my first card mat. It is at 5 1/4 by 4. I didn't particularly like that blue, but it was all I had. And then I'm going to cut my second card mat, which is the same craft that I'm going to use for my card base. I cut it at 5 by 3 1/4. I'm going to take this stamp set that I got from May Made It, and it's got some really good little sayings on it. And this one is going to say, "Hey there, handsome," on the bottom of it. And I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair ink. Got this blue ink I'm going to use and stamp it up. These VersaFine Clair inks are so juicy and so pretty when you stamp them out. I really, really do like them. I have to remember to use them. I have all the colors that are available, and I just have to remember to use them. I typically don't think about stamping in colored ink, and so I have to kind of prompt myself to do that. So I'm just going to kind of lay out my strips, I'm just eyeballing it. I do have my little card mat there on my mat, kind of have it centered there so I can visualize the center of the card. But I'm not doing any high-tech math to try to figure out where it goes. As a matter of fact, when I put it down there, you see it's not like I want it. I want it to be an absolute V, and I don't think I still get it completely right, but that's the beauty of this design is it doesn't matter. So I just, once I get that first one laid down, it's easy to fill in, and that's all I'm doing here is I'm going through and filling in with each little strip, and I'm varying each strip as I go. I was glad that brown, the wood grain, was in there because it kind of helps break up some of the blue and give you a little more texture going on in there. And that piece that I just glued down looks like a flannel shirt. It even looks kind of fuzzy. The paper does, so it's really cool. And I have a few little I've made myself over the years buy a couple of paper pads that have more masculine looking things in it, but I'm terrible at using it. This weekend, a group of my friends from church got together, and we get together once a month and we make cards to send to a an oncology unit for the patients there. And all I'm doing right now is just cutting off those strips there with my shears, and I'll just pick back up where I left off and use the scraps from that to keep filling in, checking to make sure I got all my edges glued down good. But this weekend we got together and we were making cards, and we've made Easter cards, and we've made spring cards, and we've made Valentine's cards and all this kind of stuff. And so last month one of the ladies said, hey, let's make some masculine cards, some cards for men. Surely there are men there going through treatment. So we that's what we did, and that's kind of what inspired me to make some more masculine cards. And so that was my idea behind why I'm doing this masculine card. And I do think it turns out really great. Now, as my luck would have it, this teeny tiny corner right there is all that's left, but it was easy. I just put a little drop of glue there, held it on, but because it was so small, I'm gonna just trim those off again. And but it turned out great. So the inspiration piece had sequins, and I wanted to put something else on there, but I couldn't quite decide. And then I remembered that I had these gold flat back pearl-like gems. They're not sparkly, they're shiny, but they're not sparkly or anything like that. And I thought, well, no, that would be great. That would, that's not feminine. It's not overly feminine, and it would just add a little bit of, class, I guess, and some interest. So now all I'm going to do is put my card together. I'm going to take that blue mat and adhere it down first, and just centered it up with the card base. And that card base is a top folding A2 card. And then I'm just going to glue my decorated mat down flat. No foam tape. Can you believe it? No foam tape on this card. But anyway, so with some of those scraps, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to decorate a little bit on the inside. Just put a couple of little flags. And I don't do any stamping on the inside. I'm going to hold this, obviously there's only a couple of people that I could give this card to. So I'm just going to hold it for the right time and the right, occasion. And then I will put a sentiment on the inside. And so now I'm just stamping my little logo on the back. I got my little stamp from rubberstamps.com, and it's pretty good. It's the first time I ordered a stamp, and so I should have done it backwards from what I've done it, instead of having so much surface to cover with ink, but I like it. I like the way it stamps out. So there's our card. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Please make sure that you go by and check out everyone's project on the collaboration, because I know they are going to be fantastic. I mean, mine's but everyone else's is going to be out of this world. So please make sure that you go by and check out everyone else's videos. Thanks. I'll see you later. Bye. Thanks for stopping by today. If you're not already a subscriber to my channel, I would be so honored if you would do so. And hit the little bell icon so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Until then, here are a couple of my videos from the past that might inspire you. Thanks again. Bye.